Well, let me talk about the choke. I'll teach it backwards right now. How's that? All right. So we'll be in a front headlock scenario, okay? And some people do this choke deep, but I was always taught it, and it works for me to be shallow. So this is a big part of my game. This right here, that's a big part of my game. Because once I'm in here and I can twist it, but I like this because it takes up the whole neck and it's pointy and it chokes. So what I do is I lock my gable grip, and then when I go to do the choke and squeeze, I arch that into the neck, which causes a little extra torque. Now, the rest position on the neck, on the arm, your arch position on the neck, all that matters. So when I'm here, I might have this nice and shallow, and I'm really long armed, so I have to really bite down tight on the back of the neck, okay? And the other thing is I don't want to be above his shoulder. A lot of guys would be up here, then they'll struggle with it. I like to be here in front. So this part of the shoulder kind of helps me. And so instead of trying to crush upward, I'm in front, okay? So when I'm here, just get your base, bud, okay? And I lock a gable grip, which is, most people know that means, or an S grip, that works too. I'm here, and basically, I got my hands locked, okay? Now, you can't see it, but my shoulder here is really down his head and neck, okay? My shoulder is also in front of his shoulder. So even right here, you're starting to feel a little bit of a tightness strangle, okay? Don't get too caught up in what your actual head is doing. A lot of people foil that. They think the head is supposed to do all this and that. Focus on your squeeze and the rotation, and you'll work just fine. So I have that nice gable squeeze here and that nice grip, okay? And I'm in front, so I see how my shoulder's in front of his shoulder, okay? And I'm basically using, like a side choke, I'm driving my ear and head into his tricep, and I'm gonna hook, okay? So just right now, he's already tapped just from my grip. So it's pretty strong. Now, the other thing I like to do is I don't wanna be on my knees. I'm just doing this for teaching purposes. I like to be on my toes, and I like to turn the corner a little bit. Okay, I like to turn the corner a little bit, and it adds a little more torque. So when I'm here, I'll be out, and I'm gonna start turning the corner. And the tap's gonna come pretty quick. So when you do this choke, you're gonna struggle with finding, well, hopefully it won't, that you're gonna find a little struggle trying to find a position, okay? So stay postured, nice and short is my recommendation. And then when I'm squeezing nice and tight, I'm gonna arch a little to get that in there, all right? When you're here, try to remember to stay on the back of the neck. See, I'm nice and short on that, and my shoulder's in front of his shoulder, okay? So I'm not up here, and I'm just not up here on top, okay? This is how I like to do it. I like to be in front of that shoulder. My ear is just hooking tightly like this against his tricep area. So I'm here, and I'm driving. So just like you would get an arm triangle, you hook on the arm to drive in for that strangle. Same kind of concept, okay? Now, I want to be more mobile, so I like to be on my toes in movement. Now, by turning the corner a little bit, it helps me torque the neck more into the shoulder, and it helps me wrap a little more around that shoulder blade to create more pressure. But you shouldn't have to move a whole lot. You shouldn't have to turn too much of a corner. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to. Okay, so that's going in, right here, here. Drop that shoulder down. Okay, don't be like trying to squeeze to your chest. Just drop that shoulder down. Hook that head, and now we're gonna pull and arch like that. All right, just pulls it in nice and tight, which locks that head up so strongly against the shoulder. My ear, neck, and my skull blocks the shoulder from kind of moving away, and it creates that impingement force of the strangle. And that little, for me, you don't have to do this part, I just like it, is that I just give that little extra as I'm curling and squeezing, that little peak to grab that extra little stake in, okay? All right, so just like I did the outside deck earlier, it's kind of similar motion, it's just I'm not turning as much. All right, and because it's hard to see, that's why it's hard to coach sometimes, because people can't really see what you're doing. So I'll demonstrate one more time, and so from a different angle, and then hopefully through my description and doing a couple reps, you guys get a good idea of it. It is tricky, but once you get it down,